Say what's up to my boy Pluto. But on today's video, we're gonna be talking about my personal experience on coming to America. We're gonna be talking about my personal experience on coming to America, from moving from Nigeria to America. Nobody told me this shit was gonna be this hard. I thought it was peaches and cream, like you see on the movies. America is that dream place, nothing goes wrong, but it has its flaws. But I'm happy to be in a land of opportunities, don't get me wrong though. But let me give you a brief summary of why we moved to America. I lived with my younger sister, my mom, my aunties, and my grandma. My dad decided it was time for us to move into a land with more opportunities and make a name for ourselves, which was a great thing, and I'm grateful that he did that for us.
Boy, if you don't get
Coming here was such a culture shock because there's a lot of things that we do in Nigeria and people in America don't do. And I had to find that out the hard way. It was very hard shifting into a new culture, meeting new people, trying to fit in, especially from someone who stayed in Nigeria for 12 years, grew up there, knows the dialect, knows how to speak the language in there. For someone to leave that background and come to a country where they only speak English, that was kind of hard. But you know, where there's a will, there's a way, and I persevered through all the adversity. A lot of things shocked me when I came to America. One, y'all had constant electricity. In Nigeria, we did not have any constant electricity. We had electricity for a set amount of hours. You see how the lights always never goes off? In Nigeria, we have it for 2 hours. So it'll be bright for 2 hours, dark for 22 hours. And we were paying a shit ton of money for the light bill for us not to have it 24/7, which was kind of dumb. But coming here, having constant electricity shocked me a lot. The school system shocked me. The way people interact with each other shocked me. How friendly everybody is. It was a lot of things. And I'm gonna start with the school system. The school system here is so much more lenient than the school system in Nigeria. And let me explain why I say this. Two scenarios. In America, if you don't do your assignment, your consequences are not as bad. You get an NTI, a bad grade, or you get they email your parents. Yeah, that's it. In Nigeria, don't do your homework. In Nigeria, if you don't do your homework, consequences are drastic. What I tell you, the teachers have the right to whoop your ass. Straight belt to ass. The teachers could whoop your ass with this belt. You can't do anything about it because you didn't do your schoolwork. That's how bad it was. If you're late to school, in America, you get a tardy. Over there, you go stand in the sun for 3 hours and they make you do some exotic ass pole in the sun for 3 hours. It was not easy. The teachers were allowed to whoop men and women. There was no gender equality over there. You're getting whooped no matter what gender you are. Just don't do your assignment. Even let me do you one better. Get caught cheating. I feel bad for you. Oh my God. If you ever get caught cheating, you're cooked. The teachers will pass you around like a school thought. The way they're gonna whoop you is insane. Not only will they whoop you, they'll fail you. They'll talk to your parents, and your parents will whoop you on top. That's how bad it was. But are you serious? You watched this far in the video and you're still not subscribed? Bro, tighten up, bro. Don't make me slap the shit out you. Tighten up. Another thing that shocked me was the weather. In Nigeria, we always had constant summer. We never had change of season. The lowest temperature we have would be 68 degrees over there. Here, there's fall, there's winter, there's summer, there's spring. We didn't have any of those. As an African experiencing winter for the first time, when I tell you I did not want to leave my house. And mind you, I live in Georgia. Georgia has the most bipolar weather out there. One day it will be 72 degrees, the next day it will be 94. And from 94, we go to 33. That's how it is in Georgia. That was another shock for me. Another shock was how friendly the people were. In my country, in Nigeria, you have to be careful who you saying hi to. Do not talk to strangers to the next level because of the black magic and all the extra stuff, or kidnapping. If you say hey to a random stranger, you might be cooked. You don't know who you're dealing with. That's another culture shock, how friendly everybody was. I'm walking in my neighborhood, taking a walk, admiring all the houses. People just waving at me. I'm thinking like, what did I do? I'm thinking, what I do? Did I do something wrong? Why everyone keeps waving at me like, is it cause I'm black? Until my parents had to explain to me that everyone's just friendly over here. And that was how I started to, get used to it. When I first moved here, I struggled a lot when it came to the language and my accent. Yeah, sure, Americans spoke English. The English they spoke, the Americans speak, and the English we spoke, Nigerians speak to be specifically, are two different things. Our English is kind of broken down and to a point where we can easily understand each other. Over here, I had to try and slow them down in order to understand. And most Americans talk really fast. So for them to talk that fast and me to comprehend was something I had to get used to. It slowly came to me the more people I hung out with, the more people I spoke to, the more people I saw, the more movies I watched in order to get to where I'm at, to understand people and to talk in the same accent or however the fuck you want to say. There were a lot of things that I struggled with coming here. I had to get used to the jokes. And boy, oh boy, when I tell you them jokes were not easy. Being dark-skinned, African, in middle school and high school was one of the toughest things a person can face. And I don't wish this on my worst enemy. When I tell you, these niggas got so creative every single year. The first year, the jokes were always, every time we're about to watch a movie in class, if you turn off the light, and they'd be like, oh, where'd Sheba go? I'm right here. Don't even try that. There was a year that the jokes really got to me, but there were two that stuck with me. You're so black, you look like under the bed. That was cool. I didn't really care about that when I heard that one a couple of times. The other one was, you're so black, every time you bite into Oreos, you leave fingerprints.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
How sick of a human being do you have to be to come up with something like that? Making friends was one of the easiest things. Because I'm a social guy. I'm a social butterfly. Like, it's not, everywhere I go, I make friends. And it's not a flex. It's like, nigga, it's a flex. Fuck you.
Wait, what did he say fuck me for?
Everywhere I go, I make friends. Making friends was so easy to the point, I wasn't really worried about friends. I had friends everywhere. What I was worried on was my accent. Because everyone found my accent funny for some reason. I don't know why. And that's when I kind of started feeling insecure about my accent, because I can never have a conversation without someone laughing at me. This is how the conversations will go. Yo, Sheba, how you doing today? I'm doing fine. And niggas would start bursting out laughing for no fucking reason. It didn't bother me. I was just like, damn, nigga, can I chill? Can I vibe? Can we be chill? There's a lot of things I love about being in America. How simple life is. How much access I have to information. How much opportunities are there that I can grasp that I didn't have before. And I say this to say, if I was still in Nigeria, I wouldn't even know where to be. To be honest, I wouldn't even think of starting YouTube. My thought process would be, how the fuck am I gonna get successful? I would not know where to start. But having to be in America simplified it for me. And I'm trying to make a name for myself, so I can't let this opportunity go. But most people don't. But you behind this camera, between me and you right now, you better not be one of those people who just throw opportunities away. Because if I catch you, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Can you shut the fuck up?
In all seriousness though, coming to America was one of the best things that happened to me. It's changed my life so much, and I can't be more grateful and happy that I'm in a land of opportunities and freedom. Advice to people who are moving to a new country or scared to move, always let change happen. Life is not constant. Life is always gonna change. And do not be static. Change is inevitable. So just let it happen and just make the best of your situation. But I'm glad y'all stayed to the end of the video, hopefully. And if you look at me again, see, I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna get up close and personal with y'all again. If you watch to the end and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Oh my God. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.